who could sort of like teach them how to play certain situations, get their executes looking a little bit better, have some decent flashbangs and pop flashes set up for each other. They could have been one of the teams challenging for like the bottom spot of the playoffs. Instead,
Yeah.
like, because you think about it, they've lost a few maps by a few rounds, so a few rounds here and there, and they're looking at being in checkmate's position rather than being right at the bottom of the board. So I would like to see that move happen. I don't know who's going to be the one to be removed. I'm not going to be the one to pretend like that's my decision to be made. But I just think it'd be a cool thing to see, to get someone who's clearly knowledgeable about Counter-Strike start leading this squad, and who's already had to sort of deal with having that mixed team basis. And this would be a mix on a lesser level, because obviously if they're going to be communicating, I believe, in English, right? I don't know, Blair can tell me that. But if they've got a Chinese man in a team that's not Chinese, so I would assume that's the case, then that could be really interesting. And I think that having someone like him on the roster to maybe help improve someone like Ronan, because if he has some slightly better decision making, he's probably looking to be at least like a top 10, top 5 player in the region.
Yeah, I think that's fair. He definitely could use that little bit of guidance, but here we are. We've come out of the bus station, and we're over into our destination here of Mirage. Bringing me back to my days over in Egypt, that bus station. It's actually probably looks a little bit better, to be honest, than the ones we used to spend our time traveling through. For TYLOO, T-side, the attack has started out a little poorly. Attacker is going to be the one that's falling, but Summer catches Ronan Baby on the fallback. That's a nice advantage alongside the damage done to Bobasaur. The bomb plan comes in, and now time is on their side.
Not the greatest of smokes, but they've done enough. Splash K is going to find one back, but there is a 1 HP player, never mind. Quickly finding kills. Instant shots from Danking, though. He only needs 2 more, and one of them's 1 HP. The jump through, he's found his third. He gets all 4. How has Danking won that round? That is ridiculous from HUAT. All they needed to do was peek him together, and instead, 1 by 1. Still, though, that was so clinical from Danking. You really can't take it away from him.
Yeah, that was pretty unbelievable, I have to say. The fact that he comes through and does so much shouldn't be happening. Never. A 1v4, and it's one out.
All in one clip as well of a P250. Like, he didn't reload. That's disgusting.
What I don't get is the jump up, though, by that second last player. You're 1 HP, you jump up on top of the box and try to take the fight. Your teammate doesn't swing with you. Again, it comes back to these issues that we're seeing where the coordination just doesn't seem to be there.
Was the bigger problem. I think him jumping up on the box is smart to get out the way and be that distraction. It's the fact that his teammate should have got the kill there. That's the problem with that. I don't necessarily think the jump up was wrong.
Yeah, I think the timing of the jump up was wrong, though. Like, he should have... The teammate swinging so late is what really just makes that you're jumping up and going, kill me, as opposed to helping your teammate pull the crosshair off the angle.
This round, at least, is looking like we're back to business as usual. The Force Spy coming out from HUAT is not really going to achieve anything. As a single kill and rifles across the board for TYLOO. I want to see them go for some sort of spicy stack in this round. Like, set up in a crossfire on the B site. Put yourself in a position where you can at least hope to do some damage. Ronan's actually going to invest into a single flashbang, so they've clearly got some sort of plan, or at least I hope they do for this round. Although saying that, yeah, I think he's going to flash them into mid. Okay, yeah, that's fine as well. That works as a strategy. Although, okay. That seemed a little bit risky from Neff. They still have that flashbang available to them. I think Ronan's probably just spotted them come around in this direction. And even with 2 players there, it's all too easy for Danking. Just going to pad those stats even further. Closing out the round with a triple. And he's flying high early in these rounds. Not died, 7 kills and assist. Not bad at all.
Yeah, TYLOO were looking like they've picked up some players from Invictus because they're off to a flying start. But what I'm seeing from them always makes me nervous. I mean, Danking there, for example, you're versus pistols. He swings in to clear ladder room by himself. Sure, he gets the kills, takes 50 damage. Somehow that's all he takes. But it's risky. It's somewhere that they could have lost a rifle. That rifle could go on to do big things. And Well, that's not the peak from Dan King. That's very reckless. Short left completely open by that smoke, and he jumps through as if it's completely blocked off. Disappointing start.
Oh, he's done his job over the last few rounds. He wants to give someone else a chance by the looks of it. It is a bit of a bonus round, even though it's majority rifles. There's so much money still available for TYLOO. Smoke. Actually quite interesting, because we've already seen a deep position taken. Okay. I guess trying to find information, not expecting Summer to be there. I guess it is a bit of an unorthodox position. There's going to be a second man. Now, I don't think this will be expected. Ronan, this is the surprise factor. An attacker walking around this corner. Oh, he doesn't win the duel. That's a must win for Ronan. Fair enough taking a position. I think it does have that element of surprise, but you have to win those shots. You have to hit the shots. And Neff now left at the back of the site. That's the bomb dropped, which might make things a little bit awkward. This is still a fair amount of time. Slowly going to start walking back as a smoke actually goes out from the CT side. Bulbasaur's going to try his best to play around it, but in the meantime, the plot is coming in for short. The spam through actually does a hell of a lot of damage. But both players now, Mitch, remaining in CT.
Got their tucked away coming in from the one angle. That's always going to be an issue, right? With Summer's position, he can just delay a lot of time. Oh, he might even get a kill. They're swinging out wide. They're making a lot of noise. He knows exactly what's going on. The nade up into him. They found him. No. Hello? Now they know where he is, but it's a little bit too late. They've lost a player. The swing out by Summer. He's out wide, not expected, and somebody's coming up through connector to take that fight with him onto Neff. A very important point. As 4-0 we go. TYLOO definitely looking a lot better at the start of the Mirage, but there's still plenty of time for HUAT to get back into it. And I do feel like TYLOO make the majority of their mistakes when they're over on that CT side on a map like Mirage. That's where they get super aggressive and give away the advantages. Whereas on the T side, I just think they've got that individual skill to win out the majority of these opening duels like we're seeing from them so far.
On any other map, I'd agree, but the last time we watched them on this map, I completely disagree. Because of just their after plant positions made me want to punch a hole in my monitor so that I didn't have to watch anymore. Like, they genuinely would get the bomb down and just go, right, now we're going to run. And that was what the main issue was. I think on the CT side, although you're right, they are very, very aggressive, I think they get away with it more. And I think that's because this map allows for it. More so than any of the others. Like the CT pushes they go for on other maps are considered stupid because it's so easy to hold down those angles. But if CIS Counter-Strike has taught me anything, is that aggression on this map can work.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there 100%. I think it's something for... It's more specific to this matchup versus HUAT that I get worried because CT side you can... Oh, wow. At mid-fight. Glorious. Nade and an AK shot to pull it back, though. Of course, they get a little bit of an advantage, and it doesn't last very long. But in a matchup like this, I feel like HUAT, when they're on the defensive side, they just get wrecked because you've got TYLOO, very skilled team, individuals able to isolate these fights one after another. Whereas when HUAT are on the attacking side, at least then they can group up and use their numbers to bridge the gap a little bit. What's going on there, guys? No one's watching for it. But somebody was given a huge opportunity to pull that into a 1v1.
Great round from Neff, though. Headshots galore with the Deagle. He's going to put himself up on 8-4 in the server. In fact, none of his teammates are even close to that. In fact, he has more than all of them combined. I am going to reset my feed quickly, though, as mine is lagging.
That's all good, Tom. You do what you got to do. Well, TYLOO do what they've got to do and win out this round. At least that's what they're looking for. They've invested fully into it. Most of their money has been now spent. Tanking with the op, looking to move quickly in towards the B site, and he can't find anything immediately. With HUAT, they're going to give him an opportunity. Oh, the nades. They're huge. That second one just about dodged, though. Went behind the wall. And Danking's able to get out of there alive. The molly not keeping him in, as he's already made it past that point. Now, good work early on by HUAT to repel this attack. They've also managed to take down slowly, but Neff falls. That's window completely open. And a problem starts to form. They can now push up through there, and so Bulbasaur, he needs to get himself into a position where he can stop that from happening. Up inside the ladder room is where he's looking for it, but somebody, well, his spidey senses are starting to tingle. He had an idea there's got to be something going on short. And that was a dink through the box. I don't even think he saw him. I think he just shot and then realized, hey, I just dinged someone.
It's either that or he just thought he killed him. He's got 1 HP. That is a little bit of luck goes a long way. And the timing for Bulbasaur is perfect. It's left onto Attacker and Danking. We're going to try and run the gauntlet. Attacker runs in blind almost, it seems. And Danking might just be worth saving the AWP here. Although I have a feeling he's not going to do that. No, he's not. So it is going to be 4-2. What side? Get themselves back into this one in the early stages. Again, I think they're going to have to put up a decent amount of rounds, although I do think that they'll be decent over on that T side. This round, well, I feel like it very easily could have gone the other way. A few decent duels. One was enough to get it over the line. Danking, he's actually going to invest. I think he's not only bought himself an AK and armor, but has also bought deagles for everybody else, just based on the amount of money. I think he had over $8,000 at the start of this round, so must have spent quite a bit. Off the lamp. That's a nice nade. I quite like that. Using the lamp for a little bit of extra leverage into the corner.
Well, what I will say about this round is that TYLOO have slightly messed up in dropping the bomb where they did. Allowing it to just charge forward and get dropped down in apartments was maybe not the wisest of choices. His Danking now has a 1v5 to win out, and he's just being rushed. Oh, did they not see him? Well, it doesn't matter. The spray through the walls, with Ronan Baby coming up behind for the shot in the head, gets them a third, and HUAT are going to keep this one competitive. As I said, TYLOO, they love to have these slow starts, Tom. They love to give their opponents an opportunity. At the end, they always seem to come out on top.
Oh, the buy. This could be coming in. And the CTs, although we've harped on them in the past for giving away a lot of kills, they managed to build up a really good economy. If there was any chance of them sort of building into this first half, this would be it. And Spiels is going to face versus somebody. A risky play, but it pays off. Neff as well has got aggressive all the way through the underpass, and they now know, at least for now, it is not going to be a press towards the B site, and he has a chance to completely flank in on the players in mid, especially once they're spotted around the connector. His play could be everything. He could have a flank around that A site within a matter of seconds. No way the T's would be expecting it. Peek in. Nice shot from Danking, though. He's going to open up onto Bulbasaur. Now that flank starts coming. So this is the move that started to be made by Neff. The question is, will it be too little too late? They've spotted the man at the back of the site. In fact, Danking's even taken some damage. The nade is perfectly placed from Splash K as well. Now that flank continues to push in. I don't think this will be expected, but he's running. Why is he running? He's just giving it up. Slowly is now aware that he's at the top of middle. They're going to get the fight onto this. Luckily, Neff's still going to win the duel, but he almost gave that all away, trying to be as quick as possible. Attacker's also going to spot him in mid. This is slipping away. Somehow, Summer survives. As Splash K doesn't hit the shot, and Attacker's just going to go peeking with the bomb. Why?
Well, that's one way to take a round that's hyped up and close and just throw it away.
They trolling.
I don't know, Tom.
Why would he do that? Like, they could have even just gone for a safe bomb plant. As they should have known at this point that both players are in CT. But
at least that one is.
Instead, he's not even looking CT. What?
He just got completely caught off guard. And I mean, fair enough not knowing both are CT. You don't know one? Come on.
He's already killed your teammate and denied the bomb plant. Yeah. You have to know he's there.
That's just silly. It's absolutely silly.
Get out!
Yep.
They can't win this round. No, it's not acceptable. Nope.
No, they're going to win this one.
I don't allow it.
You haven't seen these games before?
I deny their right to winning this round. Yes, they've got the bomb. Come on, HUAT. This is not biased commentary, by the way. This is just for the love of Counter-Strike.
No, they are going to win this. He's looked at him. I think Splashka just couldn't believe what he saw. He's down. That brings it into a 4 versus 2. They know both players are going to be around this bomb at this stage. They group up together and push through. And I'm getting quite sad, Tom. I'll be honest. I'm starting to feel my mood shift. quite a sad one. Summer's coming up on short. He's managed to sneak his way all the way up to the door of ladder room, and, well, they're not watching it. They're not watching the short push. Why? I don't know. They flashed over. Here come... Oh, that smoke's good. That's actually going to keep them back for a minute. Allows them to refocus themselves. Short was completely open. That they could have just walked in the ladder and gotten a backstab on Spiels. They could do it now. They could very easily do it now. Bulbasaur's being lit up. Tagged up. I don't know by what. Was it the Molly that managed to tag him? Spiels spotted. They now know where both players are because they've heard the tick onto Bulbasaur. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Spiels, what a read. Great work done. Danking trying to finish him off. 32 HP. He's one hit to this Deagle. He knows it. He's playing so carefully. 10 seconds left. Danking gets him, but he's got to run. He's got to run for his life. He's even no time. He could have run out on B. He could have tried to get the kill, but instead he tucks away and just commits to saving this off. A 4K for Dan King, no ace, and TYLOO lose the round.
Be honest though, like 4 kills and saving an AWP, really good round. Like they should have won it. I'm not sure. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know if he just like looked away too quickly, but that was really weird. But yeah, Dan King, wow. Well, they do. See, the thing that comes to mind is the Breaking Bad scene where it's like, you can't keep getting away with this. Like that's just my opinion of TYLOO. Like, it's just not fair that they keep doing things like that. And it's like you see HUAT punish them for their silly mistakes, and then they just go, haha, we shall pull out the Deagle. You didn't expect this, did you, my friend? And then, well, normally they win the round. Danking 12-5 at the moment. But the CTs, their economy stays strong. Sure, it's only one player, and an AWP has gone into the hands of Danking, which is something you never really want to be doing. And now we're going to see TYLOO go for a set execution. Now, normally in these situations, they will get the bomb down. The question is, are they going to be silly in their afterplants?
Probably. Let's be realistic with our expectations here. I'll try to drag ourselves into some alternate reality, but that's even if they get post plants, because slowly he's taken down through the smoke. It's now into a double man advantage, excuse me, for HUAT. A push by Splash King, not punished. This is looking really, really good from HUAT. What is going on with TYLOO?
Somebody 1v5, bomb already being defused. 0% chance of winning this round, so that's something at least. HUAT do very well to hold on to this site. They really wanted to get rid of that gun. Not really the end of the world because their money's in a pretty good position, but they've actually... Did he have an AWP? Or did they just drop him one here?
I'm not 100% sure.
I guess either way they had enough money to buy, so not too much of a problem. They're in the lead once again, but this is a similar circumstance to what we saw on the last map. They're putting up a fight, but can they actually do anything with it? Splash K doesn't even realize someone's already gone past the smoke. Slowly, he's actually gonna burn to death. He got spammed a little bit through the smoke, and that was enough to get him stuck in the Molotov. Oh, that's beautiful. And then Attacker just tries to run out a ramp, expecting a bit of a ruckus to have been caused by his teammates in mid, and instead, those all fall apart. Danking managed to find one back, but are they going to expect the player to be towards the ramp? They should do. And he's looking at him. Oh, maybe just thinking he was seeing things, but the ghost fights back, and this time, Danking, though, has been incredible. Sure, that might have been a bit of a mistake, and actually, he's going to be caught off planting the bomb, so it goes down, but so does he. Neff making a quick rotation, and we're seeing somebody coming all the way back towards ramp. Summer doesn't really have a need to peek this, but that probably means that he will.
You're learning. Oh, Summer. Oh, Summer, he's got this. They're not going to go for the bomb. You've got to get him off. Oh, my God, Summer gets it in time. That was so close, though.
How did he do that so cleanly? Like, that was actually quite impressive that we were sweating more bullets than he was, and he was the one playing the round. He was just like, oh, yeah, and there's the first kill. Don't need to shoot the guy defusing the bomb because he can't shoot me back. And now just spam a few extra bullets. Done. Easy. What are you guys talking about? No problems. I want to see the time. 2, 1. Yeah, it was less than a second. It was less than a second left, and he just casually gets him through the smoke. Oh, God. Danking. Just running out into mid. It's going to lose his life to the AWP of Neff. Obviously, they've still got that double up setup in play. Attacker. Looks like he's going to be peeking wide and running. That's risky. You've only got a UMP. You need to try and defend the connector, not necessarily fight. Don't have the weaponry available, especially in a man advantage already. Smoke's going to head into the window, but by the looks of their current positioning, there is going to be an attempted play towards the B site. Somebody's spam is met with response, but no one connecting a bullet just yet. Well, CT side haven't yet rotated anybody over. I guess you wouldn't do. You might expect this to be some sort of a fake. They're actually going to boost a player up. The reason for that is obviously that it's silent, so they might not expect Spiels to be in this corner. And with only a single Molotov, they'd have to place it in this corner, and they haven't done it. The spam through, though, gets nothing. Slowly, he finds the entry, and Bobasaur has to try and hold this. He does damage again. There's 2 low players, but they're still standing, Mitch.
After all this time. Well, not looking like survivors over on the T side. As Attacker falls, so too does Slowly, and Summers in a 1v3 after his teammates swing in one after another. Every opportunity being given to ZAI here. Neff catches a beautiful shot there through the wall. And that's 7 for ZAI. TYLOO.
So,
I don't know what's up with these guys.
I remember you saying, like, maybe like a few rounds ago about how you think they'll make more mistakes on this CT side. How many mistakes how aggressive are you expecting them to be?
Well, you know, that was...
They're already wide peeking everything.
Yeah, now they're going to wide peek backwards.
That would
the only way it could get worse.
Did he not? I think he saw him there, but he just decided to peek it anyway. But it's just that these last 2 kills are just people. I get that they're low on HP, but if anything, that's more of a reason to try and stay passive. I don't know. It just seemed like...
Well, even to try and play off each other if you're going to play aggressive, but it's just like one guy having an idea. Oh, I'll peek this now.
I just imagine that TYLOO see the timer ticking, and they think that's how long they have to win the round. So it's like, oh, we've got 8 seconds to win. And it's like, no, that's in your favor. It's like, no, I've got to kill everyone. Just silly. And well, this round, more of the same. ZAI are starting to look better and better, whereas TYLOO, well, it's the opposite. One's depreciating, it seems. As it's only really been Danking. The rest of the team have been severely underwhelming, taking a lot of individual fights in silly scenarios where they're not necessary. Ronan now has just got a tasty little double to start off that attempted aggressive push, and we're going to see an investment into MAC 10s and some pistols. I assume this is just going to be an attempted fast B play. They're looking for that 8-7, but at a minimum, they'll have a buy into the next round. Going to have that boost up. The flash is already coming over the top. They're going to need something else to stop Flashgate hitting the shot. Never mind. He's actually going to miss it. And that could be a problem. Nice peek back out to take down somebody who's been having a bit of a mare so far in this game. And, well, some of the players are pushing. The bomb's gone alone. 2 players are still hiding. What is this push, TYLOO? How can you screw up a rush B? Like, it's as basic as this game gets. Like, since time began, that's been the most simplistic strategy. And you had 1 player get wrecked by the AWP. Okay, fair enough. In this situation, I'm not going to harp too much on somebody. He was trying to be the distraction. Then 1 man goes through with the bomb. Then 1 man is behind him. And then the other 2 are just chilling like, so when are we going? What second? Guys, when are we pushing?
Well, they pushed them 1 by 1. Hurrah. Hurrah. That's what ZAI are saying. Because, TYLOO they're looking sloppy. They're really looking sloppy. That's the only way you can describe this game. And if you're ZAI, it's a godsend. An opportunity to bring this over to a 3rd map. Definitely starting to really seem possible. Summer goes through. At least it was a flash there, but Splashka is still able to hit the shot. Put it 5v4. TYLOO looking to move into this A site. Or at least they were. The bomb now starting to shift focus. They have dragged heavy rotates in, but that flash so good by Neff. Ronan Baby able to capitalize off it. Neff in with another on that op. And TYLOO, they're looking dead to rights.
Yeah, as said, I think ZAI are playing much better than what we've seen, and TYLOO are definitely playing much worse. It's like it's a nice little middle ground that ends up with ZAI winning this half dominantly. Like, sure, like the flashbang is helpful, but the thing that's infuriating to me is, you know, you're playing against a double op setup 100% at this point. Why are you solo peeking any angle? Like most. Oh, okay. Most of these kills would be so easy to trade. Like, you look at all the different rounds where Spiels and Splash K have been, or sorry, Neff and Splash K have been able to get opening picks, and it's mainly just been solo plays. So if there was someone there to trade it, these rounds would be very easy. But there never is. It's always just one man peeking, then one man peeking, then one man peeking. Like literally every kill this round.
Yep. One by one.
What are they doing?
Same as the B rush. Like, just for those of you watching, this is the best team in the region, apparently.
I disagree. I think it's Vici now. I think if Vici get over the mental block of losing to TYLOO, they would easily be the best team. From the way that they've played. Like, I actually enjoy watching Vici, whereas TYLOO, yep. I hate it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's almost like we see a TYLOO game and you're like, oh, this should be quick, but it's going to be long because TYLOO are going to play with so little focus and so little respect that they're not going to be able to close out any basic rounds. Pistol at least is going well. Ronan Baby in with 2, but he's got a lot more to do. He's got 3. This is getting a bit disastrous. Whoa! It starts so well. And what do, Tom? They peek him one by one. Of course they do. What else would you do if you're TYLOO?
Ronan's just smashed this round. Neff's alongside him to help, and now somebody's had to be in a 1v2. Like, this round started as a 5 versus 2. He's retrieved a kit, a smoke. Gonna try and find a way back into this round. I want to use some of that utility, but I guess he wants to try and get onto the bomb. Potentially go for some sort of ninja defuse. He's been spotted, though, and getting out of this seems impossible. Shots being whiffed slightly, and Ronan's gonna go for the knife! Yes! This is what we love to see! The young 17-year-old has jokingly said this might be a trial for the squad, and, well, if you're ever going to pass the trial with flying colors, knifing somebody might be the way to do it.
I think that's the first time I've seen somebody get knifed as well. He's such an aggressive player. He's usually the one trying to make those plays, but now getting it on the receiving end. Ronan Baby, the man that we know can challenge this TYLOO lineup individually, and he's shown it just there in the pistol. He showed it to us early in the first half of Vertigo as well, being up 8-0 before having a bit of a slowdown towards the end of the series, or the end of the map, I should say. But this is ZAI. I mean, surely they can't lose this at this point. They're 11-5 up. Their versus a force buy, and they've come through with the opening pick. Neff has continued forward and died, but this is still a very winnable position considering the man advantage.
Oh, tanking. I don't think he's quite ready for this. Scout shot not going to be connected. Oh, okay, that one will be. Straight through the box headshot. You should know that there's a man on the other side. Okay, I think he was going to try and go for the no-scope, and eventually both of them get wallbanged. It's left onto Attacker, and he's been having a rough one. 20 kills for Dan King. No one else has even reached 10 on his team. So, the shortest day.
We told you, Tom. We told you cursed it.
I don't mind too much.
You didn't believe it.
I don't have a life, so it's fine. I don't have to be up late or anything, you know, so it's okay.
Yeah, good for you, Tom. Good for you.
It's alright, I'm sure the VG game will be quick. Okay.
Sure.
Slowly. Oh no! This is not okay. At the TYLOO round, Splash K is looking to try and be the anti-TYLOO, as he's managed to find a couple of kills back with the AKs. It's been him and Ronin. Gonna try and save them once again. Push is going to be coming in from short. They've all gathered up as a squad. They found a couple of Galils. Now, the push gives them a lot of information. They know where this is coming from. Ronan, he's just trying to reposition to give himself safer jewels. And it was working up until Attacker finds it, but Splash K's managed to trade back. They seem to do it just about each time. Well, TYLOO might have met their match here. No one crazier than ZAI, it seems. King will invest into that AWP. The rest of the players have the utility alongside the rifles. Oh, we spoke about upsets in the tournament. We might be about to see the biggest one yet.
This would by far be the biggest one. For TYLOO, being as it's Mirage as well, I think it hits home a little bit harder. This is their map. This is the map nobody in Asia wants to face them on. Nobody in the world wants to face TYLOO on. And at least in this round, they're looking that little bit better. They shut down the apartments, rush through Palace. They get themselves a nice 13-6, but there's still so much more to do. Yeah, we're in a position where even seeing TYLOO string together a couple of rounds isn't enough to really feel confident in their ability. By the way, Tom, do you ever notice in Palace there is the second floor to it? You notice that on the inside?
Yeah, I've had someone's pointed that out before.
Because I only noticed it from the series of videos called Clockwork. You seen those?
Yeah.
And Nikki HD?
Yeah, those are some badass, like, well, I guess they're frag movies, right? But not really. They seem like almost art.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the most abstract frag movies you ever see, and definitely worth watching. A completely different take on the genre, which is cool. Rush B, don't stop. See, these guys have actually managed to rush as a team, and the benefit of that is that you can overwhelm a player with a rifle. This is starting to get a little bit scary for TYLOO, but slowly in summer, I'm going to close this out. Nice little shot at the end as well. It's been some quieter performances. We've now seen a few of the players actually match double digits. Somebody as well in this series has not been able to get away with anything we normally see from him, and in fact, he's going to invest into a secondary AWP. The T's, they're coming up with a purchase, Mitch, but it's not amazing. They've got no Molotovs, which, I don't know. I'm never a big fan of a buy without Molotovs.
Nice opening by somebody. King was a victim of this angle a couple of times over on the T side. So somebody's ready to punish it here. That jump peek by Slowly. He's looking to get away with his life. And Neff doesn't want to overstay his welcome. Oh, he's been headshot a couple of times. Gonna have concussion by tomorrow. 35 HP remaining. But he's still looking to get that kill. He bails out, realizing that he's definitely overstaying his welcome this time. But Ronan Baby's here instead. And this isn't the kind of guy you want to jump peek twice. Because he will just rip your head clean off.
Somebody. Just can't stay passive, can he? He's definitely that kid in school that just couldn't sit still. Like, you could just tell. Well, Bulbasaur knows that there's a man in this corner. He spotted the rifle wiggling. Thing is, he has to wide peek to get this, and oh, okay. King, I was about to say, missed the shot, but don't give him a second chance because he will not miss twice. 22 kills. Might be looking at another situation with a 30 bomb and a loss. Maybe a 40 bomb and a win. Who knows? As Attacker finds another on the cross. Even, of course, he goes peeking back through the smoke. Fake plant. King peeks as well. They might be letting this one slip. On the cross, you can see the AWP, and Neff's managed to retrieve one of his own. It's going to be the 1v1, and he's been by far the better of the two thus far. In fact, decides to switch back up to the rifle. 35 seconds remaining as somebody has to try and find a way back into the site, and he may not have expected this switch up of position. It's a clever change from Neff that I don't think will have been expected. There's some utility for somebody to play with, but what are the chances he actually uses any of it? He's trying to wallbang the position, and Neff's going to close out the round. 14-7, a complete slip-up from the side of TYLOO, but Neff will punish them for it once again.
One by one, it seems to be the motto of TYLOO, and these guys are getting punished for it every time. ZAI are having a hell of a game. The fact that they're even able to punish these mistakes being made by TYLOO, I think, speaks to the fact that individually this team is spectacular. They're just lacking that tactical element, but when a team keeps on peaking you and giving you those chances again and again to shine as individuals, the tactical side of things can take the backseat for a little bit. This is the perfect matchup for them, realistically. Like, versus Avicii, they'll get bodied, but versus a TYLOO, who play that looser style, they can actually get a little bit more done, because it plays to their strengths. Now for ZAI, I still wouldn't imagine that they'd be able to win this one on individual skill alone, though, because TYLOO are so skilled themselves. So this is a massive, you gotta give massive props to them for being able to put up this much of a fight. A close first map, the second being TYLOO's favorite map, the one that they're dominant on worldwide, and ZAI about to join the very exclusive list of teams that have beaten TYLOO on this map.
I believe it'll be the second time it's happened this tournament. It's definitely interesting. Maybe a weakness has been found. Obviously, teams are always watching them all the time. They've completely given up this B site. Bomb being planted. There isn't a kit available, so if they're going to go for this, they have to do it fast. They would be sacrificing an awful lot if they lose, but at the same time, do they really want to allow their opponents to get to 15? More utility being expended, and as the seconds go by, it might just have to be the decision to fall out of this round. Summer is already dropped. Bear in mind, they still need a 10-second defuse, and yeah, they just have to save. It's going to be a 15th. What size take of the B site is enough? Somebody, he's just going to try and look for some exits. He only has a scout, so somewhat understandable.
Tom, I could only imagine the look in your face if I predicted a 2-1 to TYLOO, or if anyone did.
Yeah, especially if they win the first map. That makes it even more ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. If I said, you know what, I think outside Mirage, I think that's where they'll take it.
But that was the thing. We have to consider now that we've seen more of Beyond and they haven't been great. Beyond almost 2-0'd TYLOO. Like, if they just won their own map choice of Train, which they lost in overtime, they then beat them on Mirage as well. So maybe TYLOO not as invincible on Mirage as they used to be. Because this has been an abysmal performance. Like, at least the games we saw previously were close. Somebody has had a really poor game. He's going to get a nice dunk here with the nade. Going to get closed out eventually. Trade's coming back and forth to push through the smoke. Catches one, but Ronan's traded again. We come back into a 2v2 situation, and Spiels has definitely spotted his man. He hasn't spotted the second. That's the problem, and his teammate's so far behind. Okay, Splash K. How's he alive? How is he alive? He gets the second as well. What? Oh my god, this game has been an absolute mess. My head hurts.